It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode, the Monday edition of the Mike Prince Show. Of course, our mission is to come to you each and every day with news that you can use throughout the world of athletics. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website, obnradio.com, and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Another epic night on Sunday Night Live, in case you missed it. We had two FAMU legends to join forces with us from Insights, former men and women's basketball coach and associate AD, Mickey Clayton, dropped a lot of powerful information and insightful knowledge. And we heard from Sheldon Hodge, member of the 1978 national champion FAMU Rattlers, talked about him and his coaching career at both FAMU and Mississippi Valley. So be sure and go and check that out on the On Demand Center at 720-721-1558. Or you can go to the website at obnradio.com, click on the archive button. Have sports, will travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving student athletes from Little League, high school, and collegiate coverage right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. From coast to coast, from dusk till dawn. You can catch all student athletic action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics. Everything that is formulating now, of course, a couple of players were reported to test positive from the University of Houston and throughout the rest of the country. Once again, people are going to have to go back and reassess things that are going on. But some breaking news over the weekend in relationship with the Grambling State Tigers and the Southern Jaguars. It has been announced that the Bayou Classic will not be in New Orleans this season. In fact, potentially for a couple of seasons. They're going to be looking to see where they could actually and possibly play these games in other locations, if not home and home. And it got me to thinking, it's a lot of speculation going on that in order for the SWAC and MEAC in particular to establish an even bigger footprint, doing phenomenal as far as attendance is concerned. Of course, the games and the classics are epic. But honestly, the television deals are lackluster. And I know Dr. Charles McClellan is working on improving that. And I guess the bottom line would be, how much improvement should one expect or could actually happen when we are dependent on that middleman? And I know this is a subject that gets pretty tender. We don't like to talk about it much, but reassessing what we have and how we can maximize it. We know that FAMU is going to bring some more zing to the SWAC brand, and that's why I believe part of the merger was a win-win for both parties involved. But as we continue to go down the road of the what ifs, we know that the virus has changed fundraising as we once upon a time knew it. So we're going to have to get a bit more creative, a bit more out of the box thinking to help create new streams of revenue. And there are all kind of theories and hypotheses floating around out there, but you have to actually test the waters to see what will and what will not work. And I think part of the aggravation when you're dealing with institutions and in some cases corporations, it's a slow grind on the wheel very apprehensive of stepping outside of the quote unquote traditional way of getting things done. And by the time a decision is made, okay, we're going to plunge into this. Sometimes, because of the hesitancy, we're a bit behind when we do decide to make that move. And I know being in a leadership position, it is challenging. It is nerve wracking at times, but it's also fun and a creative way of displaying one's uniqueness in such a time as this. I do understand that people be like, well, no, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Sometimes we can just tweak it a little bit. And here's the thing, if you happen to make a decision and it does not work, I'm okay with that because at least you were trying. But it's when you don't make decisions, and I'm not saying that the leadership for the conference are not, you know, going back and forth because we know it's a daily chore, just trying to maintain now 11 organizations, a potential 12th one in the makes, and you have to think for more than just me, myself, and I. But when you hear the passion that is pumping throughout this Southwestern Athletic Conference, when you hear the pride of former players, current players, and when we spoke with Sheldon Hodge on last night, he said something that just reigned epic as far as my ears were. It's a part of the challenge of taking the SWAC brand to the next level. It's almost twofold. The people that we're bringing in, it's okay if they do not understand the historical links to the Southwestern Athletic Conference or the MEAC for that matter. It's imperative that if we're going to bring in people like that, that we train them and educate them on the historical facts of how this conference was able to survive throughout this now 100-year celebration. And I thought that was an epic statement coming from Coach Hodge. When you understand what you have now become a part of, you are less hesitant to try to alter or create a quote unquote new thing. What we have to do is understand how we got to where we are, build on that, indoctrinate the student body, not just the athletes, but the student body, the faculty and staff on what it is that they're actually a part of. And when you understand that, then maybe, just maybe, the light goes off, the bell goes off, and you'll realize what it is that you're actually attached to. You begin to really appreciate what each institution brings to this wonderful conference known as the Southwestern Athletic Conference. It's just like when we were breaking down the budgets. I know that someone has to be last, but the encouraging light from my vantage point is Valley has a 4.1 budget, which is $3 million less than Alcorn State. But Alcorn State has been the most prolific football program throughout the conference. And Alcorn State budget is almost half of that of Alabama State, Prairie View A&M University, and Texas Southern University. Almost, not quite. And to be able to have the consistency, that's all any of these institutions are asking. Just be consistently competitive. We all want to win championships. We know that no one is going to win championships forever and a day, but at least let me know I have a fighter's chance. And we talked about the realities of the budget will only allow consistency in a couple of sports. And if your budget happens to be at the challenge stage, we know you can't be super competitive in all 14, 16 sports that you're competing in. But you can pick one or two. You say, this is where we're going to ride. You can make that happen.
I'd like to take this time to recognize our sponsors and supporters at the Open Mic Broadcast Network: Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie View Athletic Club, attorney Lee Van Richardson, Farmers Insurance of Hempstead, Texas, Diva Skin Conditioner, Helping Hands Lawn Service. Thank you for your support of our local and regional coverage of student athletics here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Once again, I will throw this challenge out to any of our regular listeners of this program. When you go up and down the athletic list throughout this conference, what one or two sports do you truly associate yourself with when you hear the institution? Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Alcorn, Grambling, Jackson State, FAMU, Southern University, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Prairie View A&M University, Texas Southern, Mississippi Valley. What do you identify them with? How do you, as an alumnus or supporter of the conference, help undergird the conference overall success? What could we do to help our home schools get that much more competitive? And I believe that the glass is half full versus being half empty. We just have to be sure of our identification process and who and what we are and what we shall become. We know it's about the academia, and we know that we push toward all of our student athletes having success, number one, in the classroom. Then, number two, we want them to have a competitive experience on the playing field. We would love to hear your feedback on this particular topic. Be sure to visit our message center, which is a 24-hour availability, 713-570-6736.
You're looking to expand your business or services? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network help lead the way. With our customized campaigns, we are definitely able to reach your target audience. For more information, dial 832-213-8824. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. The voice of student athletics.
Well, the time has come where I must exit stage left. It is always an honor and a blessing to come and share with you on a daily basis. Emails, texts, voice messages are all inspirational, motivational, and in some cases, even educational. We truly, truly thank you for joining in with us. To help us continue to carry out our daily mission, we ask that you would strongly consider becoming a financial supporter of our program. Simply visit our website at obnradio.com. There's a donation button. You can click on that donation button and you can make a donation of whatever amount is on your heart. And for those of you who would prefer to send in a donation, it's Open Mic Broadcast Network, P.O. Box 891, Prairie View, Texas 77446. I've got to go. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.